work from a lot of people. The one thing I'd ask the council, this is not a formal council meeting, obviously nothing formal can take place. Both Judge Haik and Mr. Kel McGinnis, and Kel is the chairman of the Wildlife Foundation. Kel, if you want to stand up, he's actually going to be the person through whom all the money is going to be spent here. They need one more document from the city of Eunice to start releasing the funds. What I have before you is the resolution they'd ask you to adopt, and we're going to, since we know we'll have 4 people at the agenda meeting, we're going to notice a special meeting for 11:45 here in the chambers on Thursday to go ahead and enact that resolution. And really, without any further ado, I'd like to present to the council Judge Richard Haik, please. Judge Haik.
I may need that. I don't get that much. But as my staff and my son tell me on occasion, don't give me a crowd and a microphone. And you're lucky I haven't had a beer yet this afternoon. There was a lot of things that occurred, and what a lot of people don't understand is after a catastrophe like this, there is a silver lining in this great cloud. And this is the silver lining. It's an opportunity for the court system to give back to the community. It's something that would not have happened but for the work of an awful lot of people. And before I get totally started on that, I need to thank Jacques, where's Jacques? Right there, and Vernon McManus. Where's Vernon? I know they are working hard together, doing some things together, because Jacques has worked on some of the individual things an awful long time and gotten a lot done. All of the attorneys from the Eunice area who were working on this case, Rick Walton with the railroad. There's an old story with me and Rick. The first time I met him, I didn't want to like him because I'd never been able to work with the railroad in any case I'd ever had in my life, either as a private attorney or as a judge. And I told him that in one of the meetings that we had, and he looked me square in the eye and he says, "You've never worked with me." And he was right. He's a man of his word. He kept his commitment. And this case would not be here but for Rick Walton being willing to resolve the issues that were before the railroad and before the court at the time. This whole thing started when Pat Morrow and Craig and Colonel and I were over at their camp after we'd been hunting, and I didn't see a thing to shoot. So we're having a drink in the afternoon, and we started talking about what can we really do for Eunice. And the trail derailment happened right by that lake. And not long after that, Kenny Dejean, who's our special master in this case, raise your hand, Kenny. After I appointed Kenny, we went to the area, we saw the lake, and we saw the promise that that lake had. Then after talking with Pat and Colonel and Craig, and they giving me another beer, we realized it could look an awful lot better. So this is an opportunity that the court system, through the hard work of some very good lawyers, through the commitment of the railroad, through the commitment of many good people here in Eunice, because if those people in Eunice, like Miss Manuel and the Millers and others, I can't think of all their names, hadn't been willing to work with Jacques in getting some of these things done, this probably would not have happened. It's here for the community. It's an opportunity to get back to the community, and I'm delighted to be able to do this through the foundation so that they can work well with the community and get this job done so that this lake can be a beautiful lake, which it should be. And it's an opportunity for everybody to look back and say, well, this was a catastrophe, but it's a catastrophe that had a good end result. I know a lot of people here in Eunice receive funds. Some people didn't think they got enough. That's how it works. I wish I had all the money I needed to, but I don't. But it worked out well, and it worked out well because the lawyers that were working in this case, a lot of them who are not here, worked real hard to resolve this case. But I need to thank, again, Pat Morrow for everything he did in getting this thing done, working with the Colonel and with the Foundation, and Jacques and his group for getting these things done with the people here in Eunice. So I am delighted to be here. Upon the signing of the resolution, we will turn the check over to the foundation, and I think they want to start as soon as possible. And I think if everyone has seen, I don't know how many have seen some of the drawings, it's absolutely outstanding. It's going to be a beautiful facility. It's going to be a facility that the people of Eunice can be proud of. I think the people here deserve something like this after going through such a catastrophe. I just thank God that it wasn't any worse than it was. And I thank God that everybody worked real hard to make this a positive rather than a negative. Too many times we see negative things that occur in the court system. We see it in the criminal system, we see it in the civil system, but now we see a very positive thing that has come out of a civil system. And I didn't see the senator walking in, and I'm glad to see him here. This must be part of your district, Senator. We're glad to have you. And this is going to be a facility that I think everyone will be proud of. And I think if we run out of money, maybe we can go to the senator and get some more money. So I'm glad you're here, Senator, because we might need you at the end. I've got a commitment that the money's going to be enough. And I hope it is. I think it will be, and it should be. But it's going to be a beautiful facility because the people of Eunice have done what they needed to do to get this all done. You should be proud of yourselves. You should be proud of the guys who have worked on all this, the ladies and gentlemen who have worked on it. And hopefully you'll be just as proud when it's all completed. So I am proud to be here on a wonderful day, on a day that doesn't happen very often in communities. But it's an opportunity to say the judicial system has done something good for all of us, and I'm proud to be a part of that.
And Judge, I'd like Mickey Gilreal has promised that if we run out of money, he'll be there to help us. Possibly. Mr. Miller, do you have anything to say?
Judge, we had a small showing of people here tonight, but we do have a local governmental channel here in Eunice, which reaches all our households, and Mr. DeVillier's filming this, so we're going to reach a lot more people in the next few days, so they'll all be able to know about this great project.
Well, I want to see when it opens and all the people going fishing and catching fish that are going to be stocked, when they stock the pond and things, and people are having a good time and enjoying the fruits of all of your labor.
We'll invite you, and the mayor's going to furnish the beer.
Good.